What is happening, my people? This is Tim Dodd with the Tim Dodd Show, and today I want to show you the 3 essentials required to close the deal. One, I'm going to go over how to set the stage for the close. Number 2, I'm going to show you how to do these sales calls so that you handle the objections before you even get them. And number 3, I'm going to show you how to present and close the deal in a very scientific, easy to do fashion. And at the end, I'm going to give you a bonus tip that I guarantee you 99.9% of all sales reps and entrepreneurs are not using to close the deal, so stay to the end. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because every time I drop a new video on you, I give away one of our PIMA 5x5 Sales Mastery courses, which is worth $2,500. I give one of those away to one of the first 5 subscribers that comments below, so make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and then we'll get into it. If you guys don't already know, I run a marketing and sales agency called PIMA, where we get appointments for sales teams, we warm those appointments up through sales automations, and we actually work with their sales teams to close deals. We're working with anywhere from our community of newer entrepreneurs and smaller entrepreneurs and sales reps, all the way up to clients that have 300 plus sales reps doing $1 million a day in business. So why do I say that? It's not about us bragging. It's about me saying, whether you're a small business or doing $1 million a year or doing $1 million a day, this process works, and it works very, very well. So we said there's 3 essentials. Essential number 1 is this: you need to set the stage for the close. How do you do that? Well, most people are not doing this, and most people will be afraid to do what I'm about to share with you. So of course you do the standard. Is there any information I can get you to make the best use of your time? They're gonna tell you, yeah, I wanna know price, I wanna know this. Great, so now that you've asked that, you have their agenda. Here's where you set the stage. You're gonna say, okay, Mr. Buyer, I'm gonna make sure to get you the information on the pricing. I'm gonna show you how we're different than our competitors and all that. But so you know, my goal of today is to see if we are a win-win, and if we can get you results. My goal is to sign you up today, is to close the deal today. So we are setting the intention that our intention is to sign that person up today if they are a fit. That is setting the stage. Essential number 2 is to handle the objections before you actually get them. How do you do that? Well, you do that through asking hard questions. So in the part of the sales call that you ask all your standard, so what's your goal? You know, how much, what are you doing right now to reach that goal? All those standard questions, you're gonna need to ask hard questions. So we want to pre-handle the I need to think about it, I need time objection. So how do we do that? We're gonna say, Mr. Buyer, why is now important to you?
Well, you know, it's not important to me. We're thinking of doing something in a few months.
Okay, great. But why did you hop on this call right now?
Well, we're just looking around to see your options.
I get that, but you're very busy. Why did you hop on this call now? Why did you take time out of your day right now to do it?
Well, you know, we've been thinking about this for a while.
Okay, great. You want to keep digging until you get the real answer, because most of the time they're not going to give you the real answer up front. They're on defense. You're selling them. Okay, so once you get the time objection, you realize why right now is important. You want to move into the decision, or you could start with the decision maker first. So I might say, besides yourself, who else is involved in making the decision?
Nope, it's just me.
Okay, so if you like what you see, if we got everything lined up and you want to move forward, you're going to be the only one involved in the decision-making process.
Yeah.
So now you know you have the decision maker. You can close that deal today if you need to. Now, if they tell you, yeah, I got to run this by my wife or my business partner or my CFO, you now know you have a possibility of closing today, but you might need to actually set up a second call to actually be the closing call. Either way, you now have this. You're not surprised with this at the end. So now we've got the decision maker figured out. We understand who's involved in the decision. We've got the time thing, why now, and now we can create urgency. And number 3 is price. So before I give them my presentation, I'm going to give them the price. I'm going to say, Mr. Prospect, you know, we do have different types of clients we serve. We have some clients paying us $100,000 a month to feed their sales teams, and we have some clients paying us $10,000 a month, to feed their smaller sales teams. You know, how would your company justify, let's say an investment of $25,000 a month? Well, Tim, that's a lot of money. I don't know if we could do that. Or, we just would need to see an ROI. So either way, before we actually are presenting the product and trying to close, we're talking about the price. We're talking about how their company can actually justify making that investment. So we're getting into their thinking, we're getting into all of these things. So before we go for the close, we understand how to present that offer. So that was essential number 2. We're pre-handling the objections. What is essential number 3? I'm glad you asked. Essential number 3 is now presenting the offer, and with those 3 questions that we have answered, the hard questions, and it's closing the deal. So presenting the offer, we're going to give on the rule of 3. I think that's why I did 3 fingers naturally. So, I normally present it on the rule of 3. Hey, we can do 3 things for you. Number 1, we can get you appointments for your sales team. Number 2, we can warm those up through sales automation. Number 3, we can help your sales team make sure that those deals are closing. But we're going to present and tell her this in a way that has to do with them being the decision maker, that has to do with the urgency that we found out. Why now, time right now. And we do it in a way that justifies their investment, whatever they need to justify in the investment. We're doing it around those things because we already know what their objections are going to be. Now, once we presented an offer in a way that handles their objections, we're going to then close the deal. Here's how you do not do it. What do you think? If you are saying, what do you think? You are trying to get them to sell themselves. And that's not how it works. They have to be sold. And if you put the ball in their court, most of the time they're going to put it off. So you need to say, have you heard enough to make a decision? They're going to say yes. And if they say yes, you close them. Great. So we can do an onboarding in 2 weeks. What time works best for you? If they say no, I have not heard enough to make a decision, you can say, great. What else do you need to know? What other information can I get you? And you can keep going in the sell until they've gotten the information that they need to make a decision. Now that you've gotten here, now that you've closed, say all of this happens, and then all of a sudden you get the standard, I need a little bit of time to think about it. I don't make rash decisions. Summer's here, summer's over, kids are in school, kids are out of school, holidays are here, holidays are gone, New Year's is coming up, New Year's just came. All these things that people say to put off time and money and decisions, people are going to put off their decisions until their grave if you do not help them move through the thought process. So what do you do if you've done the perfect sell, the perfect presentation, you handle all their objections, and they still say, I need to think about it, I need to send me a proposal? Well, I've got a bonus training for you that's going to give you the one step that I guarantee you're not using. And it's not just a technique. Yes, we use the closing and objection techniques, but there's one step that I guarantee you're not using, that 99.9999% of sales reps I talk to are not using this step, that is critical if you want to turn the no's into a let's freaking go. So if you want to turn those no's into let's freaking go, I'm going to give you that link at the end of this video, but make sure also to like, comment, and subscribe if you're one of the first 5 that comments. When I drop a video, I'm going to give you a chance to win one of our $2,500 a month PIMA 5x5 Sales Mastery courses. Again, one of the first 5 that comments, I will be giving away that $2,500 Sales Mastery course. As well as if you want to close more deals and skyrocket your income, I have free trainings and resources and ebooks in the description. So how do you turn the no into a let's freaking go? And what's that number 1 step that nobody is using, and I guarantee you're not using, that you need to before you start using the standard objection handling? Well, in the next video, I'm going to show you the one step that you're not using that's going to turn your no's into a let's freaking go.